Hey everyone, welcome to our Thursday live video. We are back. This time we don't have a baby.
Nope, she's asleep.
She's asleep. So it's us again.
Hopefully she stays asleep.
Yeah. So I'm Daniel, this is Cassie. We are part of the Joyful Roberts group. You also met Karen, who's a part of it. She's not on today, obviously. It's just us. So we're licensed with Premier Property Group, which by now you probably know, and it's in the description. We probably don't need to say that every time, but we still do. Anyway, so today we're talking about our client appreciation program and a quick overview of what that is. Part of our goal is really to just provide value to people in every way that we can. So obviously in the middle of a transaction, through negotiation and taking care of clients, that's kind of the obvious one. But also people who haven't been clients yet or who have been clients in the past, we want to provide value by providing useful information. So part of what I do, I'm learning all the time. I'm meeting new business professionals. I'm learning about all different aspects of the business and finances, and I love sharing that information with people. Yeah. And that's part of what the client appreciation program is I send this information out and people find it helpful. So hopefully you do. So that's kind of what we're going to be going over today. And if you find it helpful, we can add you to our list. Also, quick shout out. Thank you, Amy at Oak Hill Tax, for sending us these beautiful mugs now.
Yeah, they're great.
We can match.
Them a lot.
And
That's on the other side.
we can burn our tongues if we keep the lids on and
They
forget
keep
about
it
it.
really, really hot, which is great as a new mom.
Yeah. So anyway, diving right in, today we're going over financial goals. So there's a lot of different things to financial goals. We're going to just really cover the tip of the iceberg here because there's so much more that we could go into. But one of the most important things is understanding if you have savings goals, which we think everyone should, understand why you have savings goals. So what are you saving for? Something short term, which would be like an emergency fund. If you're saving for if something bad happens, that you can have something where you can pay for your car needing to be fixed or whatever. Midterm goals might be something like I'm covering Cassie's point here.
This happens so often.
It does.
But it's fine.
But a midterm goal would be, what would a midterm goal be, Cassie?
It would be like a down payment. It's okay, just finish. We'll just switch.
So, well, I do want to do this part.
Okay, fine. So then there's midterm goals, like Daniel said. Those are like a down payment. And then there's long-term goals, which would be retirement. So, 30, 40, or shorter years down the road. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it for mine.
Great. So an extremely important part of this is setting a timeline. So rather than saying, oh, I want to have this amount saved, well, say I want to have this amount saved by when, which is important because if you say I want to have $100,000 saved, is that this year? Is that by the time you retire? It's really important to have that figured out. And when you have that figured out, so say you want to have $35,000 saved, within 5 years, I think that's right, or $35,000 in 5 years, that's going to be about $583 a month. So it allows you to say, okay, I need to spend it, or I need to budget exactly this much. Not everyone's there. Not everyone can save $500 a month, but you might be able to save $50 a month. So figure out what your long-term savings goal is, because saving $50 a month is $600 a year, and over time that adds up. Yeah. So a trick I learned, and I wish I'd learned about this sooner, but in most banking apps, you can set up an automatic savings deposit. So it's money that automatically once or twice a month, and this is what we do, we set a certain amount of money that's just automatically deposited into savings that we never see. So it's not something I have to think about. All of a sudden the money's gone. It's like it was never there. Over time, that builds up. And so, you just have to, you're forced to make do with, oh my gosh, we don't have money, and you have to cut back in different ways. And
it doesn't feel like a loss in a way, because it doesn't even feel like your money necessarily, because it's leaving right away.
Yeah.
I mean, it is your money, but.
Tons of budgeting tips, but that's one to me that by paying myself in a way before I buy anything else is, I know that money's just going there and it's being taken care of. So, I took yours again.
I was trying really hard not to laugh.
Okay, you can do this part because I mentioned it.
Okay, so then the last one is just creating a budget. So some people like to do zero budgets where like every dollar is accounted for. Some people just do like general budgets.
But the Dave Ramsey cash method.
Yeah, Dave Ramsey, his is pretty clear if you want to do something that's that route. But just making sure that you know where your money's going. That's really what it boils down to. Where's your money going? And if you want to be saving more, where can you be cutting back on things? And that's where the self-control part comes in. That's the hardest part when it comes to a budget. But
yeah. So the back side of this paper is just information about different retirement accounts. Some of this you can find online, but this is just kind of a thing that just kind of boils things down into one resource. And it's just kind of a simplified way that you can hang on your fridge or put it in your drawer that has all the other things that we send out.
yeah.
And again,
I just realized what you said.
so, and if you want to get this, send us a message and we'll send you, or we'll add you to our mailing list. Obviously, you'd have to send us your address. And we send out something like this every month.
It's not backwards when you get it in person. Although that would be a great brain teaser, I guess. But it's forwards.
I would get so frustrated. So there's also another really cool resource that I wonder if we should have this in the description. I don't know. I'll add it in the comment.
I don't actually know what you're saying.
You don't. There's a personal finance flowchart that, for those of you who are on Reddit, it's kind of a widely used, like, if you're here, it's like, if you're here, do this. If you have this set up, do this. It's a really good resource. It's another thing that I don't know how I didn't know about until this year. So I'll send that. I'll have that in the comment below. I think you need to point down. I don't know. I don't have any fancy animations on here, so that's gonna click this link. No, there's nothing there.
It's anyway, not YouTube.
Yeah, which I don't have patience for that. I can't wait till you edit again. Anyway, so to summarize: 1, what are you saving for? That's important. 2, set a timeline. 3, have a savings plan, which actually that's kind of part of having the automatic withdrawal thing. And then 4, having a budget. And then on the back side, there's different kinds of accounts. There's different resources for whether you have a short, midterm, or long savings goal.
Or if you just want to put it in a little piggy bank like this.
Yeah.
Just kidding. You won't get any interest that way.
So one of the tips that this says is having 3 months in an emergency fund, which is extremely important. And that'll be part of the finance flowchart. It has a lot of different cool tidbits on there. So anyway, we hope you found this helpful. Please reach out if you have any thoughts or questions, or want to get this, what we call an item of value. All right. Thank you, everyone. We hope you have a great rest of your Thursday and a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.